August 19th, 2022. I've been planting corn seeds and trying to get an area cleared for my new garden. And trying to salvage some of the tomato, eggplant, pepper, basil, and peppermint. Anyway, it's hot out there. It's very humid. It may just be in the 90s, but it's very humid. It's going to rain again this afternoon. And I don't think my soil is sandy enough, but I'm planting this popcorn seed. It's no fertilizer, no GMO, none of that. Going back to 1967, he displayed that weapon, the revolver, which was either a Smith & Wesson 21 or a Smith & Wesson 10. And I got to thinking, I said, if he's stranded, let's assume he did rent the vehicle. He goes off on a wild hare all the way from Washington to Jacksonville or maybe Daytona or Fort Lauderdale. I don't know what he did. I guess he decided he needed a spring break. Maybe all the wealthy children went on spring break. So he took some of his tuition money, some of his book refund money, maybe birthday money. Maybe his parents said, oh, you're going to Stanford. Here's $50, $150, whatever. Why couldn't he pawn that gun? Because one, if you go to a pawn shop, you got to put your name and fingerprints. If the gun had been used in any other weapons, if the gun had been used in any other weapons or abductions or murders along that trail, because there was a girl that died in May on I-5 in Oregon, or Caldwell or something, whose head was also fractured. And this was him as a novice. He couldn't pawn the gun because that would directly tie him to him. He could sell it on the street, but he could say, I've got this. They were worth $95. I looked it up. At least $95. That would have got him clear back to California and up to wherever he was supposed to be. So I said, why did he pawn the gun? But he may have been doing day labor at Confederate Point. I don't know. But he couldn't get rid of the vehicle because that was in his name if he truly rented it. So if it was a stolen vehicle, he could have pawned the gun and had enough money to get back to California. If it was a rental, his name's associated with the vehicle, so he had to take care of it. It's hard to get rid of a gun if it's been used in a crime. You don't, and if he took it to a pawn shop, his name would have been associated with the gun. If the gun was on NCIC, even way back in 1967, I'm sure they had something. All right, I got to go. So he couldn't pawn the gun. He could have sold it on the street, but then the person he sold it to would recognize, say, well, yeah, this gun's, he couldn't trust the person he sold it to not doing some kind of research on it. I don't know. Maybe he didn't know how to do that. I just wondered why he didn't pawn the gun to try to get his way back to California. All right, thank you.